Hello, Greco family. This is a video on how to make your virtual classroom for open house. Several steps are involved, but hopefully through this video, you'll get an idea of what we are going to be doing tomorrow in our Zoom meeting in the afternoon. So the first thing that you must do before we even get started, is make sure that all of your material has been placed in your Google Drive. So make sure that you saved into your Google Drive and you know its name, your syllabus, your supply list, if you want to write something about you or if you want to do a video about yourself, make sure that is all there. Okay, so once you have all the information that you are going to need in your Google Drive, the first thing you have to do is make a copy of the presentation that I am sending to you tomorrow. Now, here's the thing. If you don't want to use the homepage that I'm giving you, you are more than welcome to make your own. However, we're trying to make it as easy as possible, so we've made templates already. If you decide to use a template that I'm giving you, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have to make a copy of it. So you're going to go up to File and then make a copy. Very easy. When you make a copy, you're going to rename it. Please put your name, your room number, or your subject area, and your room number. This will make it easy for us to know where to put you in the slide presentation for the virtual open house. Hit OK. So you're going to notice that in the tabs, there's the original presentation, and now here's the presentation that you're working on. Once this presentation has been uploaded, you can go ahead and close the one that you were working out of. Maybe this will happen. Uploading is happening. The second thing that we're going to do is we are going to add your Bitmoji to the page. Now, you don't have to do it in this order, but this is just how I've done it, and it works for me great. Please remember that at the end of this presentation, there will also be a link that will give you the step-by-step instructions as well. Sorry, there we go. All right, so next thing I said we're going to do is we're going to add our Bitmoji. The Bitmoji extension, hopefully you've added it, is on the far right-hand side next to your address. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. You don't have to use a Bitmoji. If you have a picture of yourself, you can use that too. If you have a real life picture, they like those things. The kids like those as well. All right, so I have a sitting person because I'm using one that is on a sofa. So I'm going to hit copy image. I don't have to use save. I just use copy image. I come over to my presentation and I right click and hit paste. I don't like how she is, so I need a rotator. Now, normally, if you needed to rotate a picture to fit it, you would hit click and you would hit rotate. And usually it says flip vertically. So I'm going to go ahead and see if it works this time. Nope, it didn't. But then if I just flip her around this way, she's where I want her. So I'm going to go ahead and put her on her sofa. She's good to go now. So now I have my Bitmoji in here. We are asking that you provide 5 different things for your families to know about you. And if you notice here on the left-hand side is I've already made the slides. All you have to do is complete them. So if we go over here to the blue slide, which is all about me, here's where you are going to add information about yourself. It could be how long you've been teaching, something so that your students and the parents get to know you. You also can add a video if you made one. How you would do that is you click on the middle You come over to Insert, scroll down to where you see Video. And remember, I said make sure it's in your Google Drive. Best place to find it, go to Google Drive. And hopefully you're going to find the video. There's my video, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And notice that down here at the bottom, a little blue button that says Select pops up. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So now my video is going to come up. Since I plan on also having some text in this, I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down. So I just take it from one corner and I pull it down to the size that I want. And I center it. And that way then if I want to have some written text and my video, it's here for my students to see both. And we're not going to see that. So there you go. I used Snapchat filter to make my video. So what I did is I used Snapchat, made my video, and then I sent it to myself and I saved it to my Google Drive. Made it all very easy. So I think. All right, so there's the end of your About Me page. So then we can go into our next one, which is the green slide, which is the supply list. Here is where you can add your supply list. Now, if you're e-learning or your supply list is going to be two different supply lists, one for e-learning and one for brick and mortar, you can do two things. Because I like to have things nice and neat, I like to have a table where I can just put it in. So I would go over here to Insert, Find Table, and then pick how many squares I want to add my things. Since I am doing e-learning, I only need one square, but I will do it for two squares so that you can see what's going on. So I just go ahead and type in there, click on my table and click and just say, we'll call it face to face supply list. And yes, I know you can't see it because I have to do some correcting. So I have it written. I think it's in there. I'm going to highlight it. Oh, there it is. So first thing, let's go ahead and change the color of it. So hit the three little dots. There we go. So hit my A, and I'm going to make it white. So now I can see it better, and I'm going to blow it up so I can do it. I also want to make sure, and this is just regular formatting, guys. And then I can come under here. Add my list. So notebooks. I can't think of anything right now. All right. And then if you're doing an e-learning or a blended class, you can do the exact same thing over here. You can go ahead of time. So for this part, it's pretty simple. You're just adding the things into it. And that way your family and your students can see exactly what you are wanting to do. And it's very nice and neat. So it's all labeled in here. You don't have to worry about things not adding up or lining up correctly because they're in boxes. So everything will line up this way. Everything will line up this way. Once you're done with your supply list, you're done. You can come over to the red list, which is your syllabus. Remember when I said you needed to upload into your Google Drive and save all the documents that you wanted to use? So for me, I am teaching sections of 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science. So to make it neat for me, again, I'm going to make a table. 1, 2, 3. There's my table. I am going to make sure that go ahead and format as I am. All right. So I'm going to type in 6th grade, maybe. And come over here and do 7th grade science. Eighth grade. And I didn't take care of it, so let me go back and make sure I take care of all of it. All right, so now I have my words that I want. All right, so now I need to link them because I don't want to have that 1-page syllabus out for everybody to go on. So remember, I have it saved in my Google Drive. So I'm going to go over to my Google Drive, find my syllabus. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to get a shareable link. I want to make sure that anybody on the internet with this link can see it so I don't have to worry about permissions. Sometimes that's a problem. Also, make sure it's a viewer. You don't want them changing things around. You just want them to look at it. You're going to click the copy link. Make sure you see that little button that says link copied. You can go ahead and hit close. Come back over to your Google slide. What grade was that? I don't remember. Highlight the grade that you're, the subject area that you're teaching. Click the link button. And then in where it says link, paste a link or search, right click and hit paste and apply. And now that will take your parents and students directly to a copy of their syllabus. So let's do that again. You come over to your Google Drive. You find the syllabus that you need. You're going to get a shareable link. Make sure that it says anybody with a link. Hit copy link. Make sure that you have that black line that says copy done. You may click the done button. Go back to your Google slide. Highlight what you want to have a link to. Go to the upper rich text box and get the insert link. Paste the link that we just copied and then hit apply. And you're going to do, if you're like me and you teach more than two subjects or one subject, all you're doing is the same thing. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Highlight, link, paste, apply. So there's your syllabus. And when we're all done, you're going to see how it all works together. So scroll down to the next one, and here's your contact information. Your contact information is just what it is. When, and how can your students reach you? All right. So you're going to have on there your email, your, if you're using Google Voice, your text. I'll just put phone number. Okay. And then hours available. And you can write whatever you want. I mean, it's whatever you're comfortable with. This is how they're going to get a hold of you outside of the Canvas inbox. We'll deal with that later. All right. So in fact, I'll probably just add this so that it's already there ready for you so you guys don't even have to worry about it. So when you get yours, it'll already be, all you have to do is add it. And you can add a little blurb if you want. So now your contact information is done. Your last thing that's on here is your parent survey. Yes, you can use Microsoft Office forms. If you uploaded it into your Googles, it'll come up as a Google form. Either way, you're just going to put here. Please take a few minutes to let me know the best way to contact you and a little bit and a little and some and share some information about your student. Now, this is the parent survey. This is not for the students. You'll probably, if you're like me, you have your own student survey that you're going to do. So here it is right here. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in black. Makes it look better. So now you have to have your survey in there. This is going to be here. So I'm going to say click here for survey. All right, so I'm going to click the here. First of all, I got to find my survey. So I'm going to go over to my Google Drive and see if I can find my survey in here somewhere. Here we go. Nope, that's not the survey. Don't know where my survey is, but there was a survey. So I'm going to take that survey, get my link, a shareable link, make sure that it's not restricted. Anybody with the link can fill it out. Copy, and then come back over here and do what you've been doing, linking it, paste, and apply. That's pretty much it. Now, when it's all done, it's going to flow, and I'll show you that in one moment. Okay, so as you can see now, I've populated some pictures since you were last here, and this gives you an idea of what your I'm sorry, the thing went down. What your slide can look like. So everything here has a link. What you can add on your own is your Bitmoji, your picture of yourself, and I like to add one thing over here that maybe represents something about you. I added a picture of myself, my sisters, and my Aunt Betty. So that's a picture of all of us. Okay, so now we have everything in there. You've added all your information. This is the next step is you're going to want to do this. You're going to go to File. You're going to scroll all the way down until you see this Publish to the Web. You are going to get the Publish to the Web. You are going to make sure that you click Restart after the last slide. This way, it goes right to where you want it to go, and you're going to hit Publish. Make sure you say yes. All right, so this is the important thing. This link is what you are going to copy and paste in an email to me. And then Chelsea and I will add everything up to the virtual hallways. So you're going to add this link as well as one of your Bitmojis if you don't, just so we have it with your name and your room number so that we know where to put you. We will be doing this with you guys together tomorrow in the afternoon, but hopefully this will work. This will help you. Once you are all done, you just go ahead and say, close it, and you're done. If you want to see how it works, you can hit present, maybe, loading, loading, loading. There we go. Okay, and so there's your Bitmoji pays. They're going to click on you. They can click on the Get to Know Your Teacher, and there's going to be their video. I will have a little link right here that will say home, So they'll be able to go back home instead of having to manipulate this sidebar, and the sidebar will be gone. They can click here for their supplies. And there's your syllabus. And the computer is going to be where they can click. Oops, that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to go to, there you go, contact information. So that's where it all will go. All these links will be available to you. We'll have all the little spots on the bottom so they all know to go home. And that's it. So again, if you have any questions, we will be doing a Zoom lesson where they go over it. But I just wanted to give you the overview of it. So if you are reading this or watching this tonight, you can go ahead and get started or at least play around with it. And if you are just watching it tomorrow morning, at least you have an idea of what we're about to do. All right. So good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.